Greetings adventurers, crafters and harvesters. Today, got a one-off episode where we're going to look at the Gathering Obesssion Timeline. The questline starts here, it's in the Isle of Mara, and with the NPC that's swimming around in the pond behind me. Qho Augren is the now infamous NPC, there he goes behind me. Oh, someone's talking to him, I think. Or I've clicked on him, I'm not quite sure. But he's the infamous NPC who asks players to head out into the wilds of Norath and gather harvest tools for him to collect and admire. We've got 11 quests in total in this questline. However, here on the Wuxi server, not all 11 are available. I suspect it's going to be 7 at the time of this recording, because we don't have access to the Rise of Qho expansion, which is needed for quest 8. However, aim of today is to see how far I can get. I'll also be showing you my favourite places to harvest, especially at low adventure levels. I'm currently level 25, so I'm going to be sort of Antonica, maybe Thundering Steps levels. Beyond that, I'm in trouble. But yeah, see how far we can get. I'll also be showing you my favourite places to harvest in the zones, especially at these lower level adventures. And that's what today's video is concentrating on. How to complete Qho's quest at low levels, because I think sometimes I'm going to show you where I go. So I suppose the first question is, how the hell do we get here? And I'll pop back to Antonica and I'll give you a guided tour, both from Freeport and also from Qho. So I'll pop that in the next part. Here we go, I've ported back. I'm in North Qho. I'm outside of the what do you call it? Ironforge Exchange, the area where you'll do most of your harvesting, not harvesting, most of your crafting. So I'm going to show you real time how I get there. So I'm going to pop over here to the dock behind us. And I can either use the Will Bell or I can use the travel within Qho because I'm heading for Antonica. Go out there. It's a little bit of a trek, but I thought if I do it in real time, you can kind of see how far it's going to take. Or how long it's going to take and how far we have to go. There we go. We'll mix the two together. I'm going to go over the dock. I'm going to go up here to the lighthouse. Go over this bridge that we can see in front of us. I do currently have a pony. I have the Kelithan pony. I did the Kelithan questing. So if I show you my mount, I've got the Kelithan Courser Whistler there, which gives me the Kelithan. So I've got 62% because it's a 57% horse and also a few extra bits and bobs in my AA, which means I can go a little bit faster. So there we go. We're going to pop up to the first Griffin Tower that you see. So we've landed here. There's the bridge that you can just see between the two trees and the lighthouse. I'm going to talk to the Griffin Tainer and we're going to go to the step station. We're going to go over to the Thundering Steps. Different on live, because on live you can just click the button and head straight there, no problem, from the Will Bell. However, on the TLE it's a little bit different with the bell system. If you've got access to like the Maid of the Mists, what's the other one called? Something beginning with T, I think. There's a couple of boat quests that kind of open up the Enchanted lands, and I think Zek is the other one. And if you use those, I think you can get to those on each bell. So there are easier ways to do it. However, I'm kind of going from a point of view of a low-level adventurer. You haven't quite got these abilities yet. So we're going to go the long way. I know there are different ways. Don't worry about it. But I'm just showing you these ways. We're going to go over some areas of Antonica as well, and I'll show you those areas. Probably the best areas to harvest. But I'll do that when we've spoken to Qho, and he's told us to go and harvest in Antonica. Apart from that, here's Antonica from a bird's eye view, literally. We're on a griffin, we're flying through. See all the different ones. Because I'm level 25, these are going to be a little bit grey. However, some of these mobs will be aggressive to me and things, so places I need, people and things I need to avoid. We're getting there. You can see the Griffin Tower. Here we are at the step station. I'm going to hop off. It's going to tell me this is a landing zone. I need to leave. Maybe. There we go. Please leave the platform. I've already left the platform. Don't worry about it. I'm going to head up. We're going to follow this little track here in between the mountains and the Qho hills. Thank you. It's telling me where I am. I'm going to make a little bit of a left and then a right. anyone's ever been to, if you've been to Stormhold, I forgot the name of the dungeon then. It's kind of nearby to Stormhold. And the step station is also a good place to... I thought those people then. I thought I was going to die. I had a flashback to those stags that occasionally pop up in different places. So here we are in the Thundering Steps. And all we're going to do is we're going to ignore everybody. We're going to have a run down. You don't need to follow the path. You can do if you want to. I don't generally do. I'm going to go over here. Over this rock. Over this rock. And we're going to go up to this griffin here. It's probably easier. Unless you're really, really quick. Don't worry about the quests that the griffin tamers have. We're going to say I would like to travel. And we're going to travel to the dock station. It's only down there, but there are a few aggressive things. There's a few farm zombies and stuff in there. And then this area here is full of gnolls. So I tend to get the griffin when I'm a low level. Just so I don't die. Just so, you know, I survive a little bit. But you can follow this road here to the docks. The dock station. And it will take you. There's also a few zombies and things in this area. Over this side of the stone. But you're normally okay here. There we go, there's our griffin. We're going to hop up to the dock. And we're going to head to that wool bell there you can just see in the distance. There's a few people around. So we're going to get there. Voyage to Norath. And Isle of Mara is here. We're going to click on that. We're going to hit next. And we're going to zone into the village of Shin, which is in the Isle of Mara. And there we are. If we turn around, you can see the rice fields there. You can kind of see the pig racing. That person's just jumped over to that. And Qho is just behind these, by that tree there. He's just kind of that area. So that's how you get there from the Kylong side. I'm going to go and try and get to Freeport now. I'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to the Commonlands. You can see the Freeport Guild Hall just outside there. If you're in Freeport, you've just come out of Freeport, you're in Commonlands. You've just arrived on the dock, either through the voyage travel within Freeport. I can't get anywhere. Or you've got the voyage through Nora, which doesn't give you any option to go to Isle of Mara. So, pop up along the dock, as that person's just done. We'll run up the hill. We're following people. I sometimes take the shortcut and go up here. It just kind of go back on itself and then you go. It just kind of makes it up a little bit. There we go. We're going to go up here. We're going to look for the Griffin Tower. As soon as you see that one, that's what you're heading for. You could run across the entire Commonlands, but yeah. I don't want to do that. If I start, what's his face? The big griffin might be around. We're going to travel. Traveler. Thank you. We're going to travel to the Nectarless station. And we're going to get on the griffin. I'm going to avoid everything that's on here. Sneeze. And I muted that. Oof, that was a big sneeze. I don't know. It's raining today, so it shouldn't be pollen. But anyway. Once you get to the Nectarless station. Oh, hello. Very carefully, be careful. Well, the tortured soul is going to be aggressive, as are the rock lions. So I tend to jump this way back down. Thank you. I head for this little post here. And then I'm going to follow this little track. Strangely stitched zombies are okay. It's the tortured souls to watch out for. So just kind of hug this right hand wall a little bit. And then we're just going to follow the track. Normally run between the two trees. There we go. And we're going to zone out through here into the Nectarless forest. There we go. Which is the first one? Why not? There's a few places where it's one or two. There's that many people on the server at the moment. It is still very early here in the UK. Quite late Pacific time. I think it's quite nice. Yeah, I think it's evening time in Australia. But anyway, I'm going to go across the race bridge. Sorry, sorry, bumbling. I'll just keep going. I'm going to go across the bridge. The Freeport militia is okay here. As long as you don't attack them, they'll be fine with you. Pop over to this Griffin Tower. there are some quests and things you can pick up if you really want to do some questing in Neck. I'm going to pop over to the Griffin Tamer. Select to travel, and we're going to go to the docks. It's not too far away, but there we go. It's enough. There's enough things in Neck Forest that are going to try and kill me, that I always take the Griffin. There might be an effect as we go over some of the leeches in the water. But we'll see. If I suddenly go, ugh, and the character goes a little bit weird and you hear a weird sound, we've gone over a leech and we're okay. There's something called soul leeches. There it goes. And what it does is it puts a elemental on us. What is it? It's the soul drain. It drains our souls. Spells and abilities cost 10% more to use. There we go. And that should last... won't last too long. About a minute. About enough time for us to get to the docks. It's still there. I can cure it myself. Do have the mage cure. However, I'll say I'm going to just sort of chill on the Griffin as it goes through all the trees in the forest and pops out to the docks. It'll go through here. Kind of follow it on the map. It takes a little bit of time. It's not too... there's no running around aggressive places or anything like that. If you didn't want to, you could just take a couple of Griffins and you can get that. And then I missed it. I was going to try and jump onto that, but never mind. Pop onto Port Nathex and run all the way down the dock back to the World Bell. And we'll see it in a minute. There it is, just coming into view. Pop onto the World Bell. Voyage through Norath. There's the Isle of Mara in the middle. As you can see, when we went on to Freeport and the Commonlands, there was a lot of this missing in the middle. Just hit next. We should zone into the Isle of Mara. Into the village of Shin. And then to get to Qho, we can jump in here. We can do a bit of swimming. Nothing in here is going to attack us. There's nothing in here to get us. We're fine, no problem. Things will only attack us if we attack them. It's nothing aggressive. I usually pop down the right, follow this little piece, and I think that here we go. We can see Qho's area here. And there he is in his little water. Says, oh yeah, we'll want to go chase butterflies, but Qho will always be in the pond. He'll be running around somewhere. Well, swimming around, I suppose. He doesn't really run. But there he is. So, we'll pop the... I'm in part 5, so I'll pop on the wiki. And we'll have a look at the first quest. The first quest is called the Gathering Obesssion. It doesn't have part 1. We need to be at least level 5 adventurer or trade skill to receive this quest. You may receive an entire level experience for each trade skill in quest, but it may appear that you remain on the same level due to a cap. But yeah, there's the level 9 cap, the level 19 cap, where you have to choose your mid one and then your specialisation at the end. So there we go. So he will ask you to go and harvest severed elm, jum, black coffee bean, raw hide leather pelt, root, bubbleshire cabbage, raw white tea leaf, frog leg and sunfish. Any of the tier 1 zones, which are Darklight Wood, Greater Fade Arc in the nursery area, the forest ruins, the caves, Oak Mist Forest, just says ruins? Not quite sure. Peat Bog, Graveyard, Sunken City, Sprawl, Timorous Deep, and Frostfang Sea. And oranges and carrots can be harvested in the Commonlands, apparently. Alright, didn't know that, but there we go. So any of the tier 1 areas, so we're talking the level 1 to 10 areas. I normally do Oak Mist Forest, the Forest Ruins, sometimes the caves, sometimes the Peat Bog. I hate the Peat Bog. I hate the spiral that's in the Peat Bog, but I'll show you how to get to those. I can show you from the Qho side. I'm a little bit tricky on the Freeport side. I don't have a Freeport character just yet. I need to save up for a character slot. I've got too many characters, but I can definitely show you on the first one. So it'll take me a minute to... I'll tell you what, I'll head back to... I can't get straight back. I've got to go through the Thundering Steps. I'll head back. I'll bring you back when I'm actually in Antonica again. There we go, I'm back in Qho. It'll be the same thing in Freeport. You find one of these, travel within the city bells and just pop on there. For Qho, you have the ability to go to the forest ruins, the oak mist forest, the peat bog, and also the caves. My favourite is probably the forest ruins. It's easy to run around there, and also Oak Mist Forest. Oak Mist Forest is good for low level adventures. You don't have the people running around that you do in the forest ruins, but I'll show you both and you can choose for whichever one you want. So I'll go forest ruins first while the music swells. Let's see if we can get in there. There should be people in there, I think. Yeah, we're unloading quite quickly. Pop into forest ruins. It looks a little bit different from how we used to get there. We used to get there through the Bauble Shire or through the Willowwood. This way, you can already see there's some wood there, arbour. Should be okay in this area. I've got roots. I've got the bit where the fish are as well for your sunfish. Just avoid these guys at the top, the Forgotten Guardians. They'll be aggressive, and also sometimes there's an aggressive badger. Don't know if he'll be up, but he's normally around this area. He's quite a bit bigger than the normal. The adder up that's named doesn't look like it, but you're normally okay. Just look for a bigger badger that's bigger than these woodland guys, and also a big snake that normally hangs around in the middle of here. You can also avoid the guardians. We do have, this side is okay. There are some wasps that aren't around. Is the tarantula aggressive? Yes, so tarantulas are aggressive on this area. So my usual thing is, depending on how low level you are, is to avoid tarantula area. Skirt around here because you've got arbour and roots. There are going to be some shrubberies and some ores that look like you can gather them. You can't, they're for quests. I normally skirt around here. If they can't see your feet, they can't see you. I'll grab the shiny while I'm here. Why not? We'll do this. Oh, nice. It's one I haven't got. Okay. The hawks are normally okay. Yeah, it glares at you indifferently. I think the centipedes are okay as well. Yeah. The beetles are fine. You've got all this area as well to harvest in where the beetles are. The shrubberies. So you've got a natural garden that will have a name above it. If it doesn't have the name above it, it's not a natural garden. It's not anything to harvest. You can hop across, and where the deer are, you're okay. There's going to be some aggressive wolves. That's another shiny. Let's get it. Shiny hunting while I'm telling you. Plain purple butterfly. Nice. There's going to be some wolves coming up. Somebody killed them all. They're normally around here. Ah, there we go. The Ruins Prowler. So these guys are aggressive. They glare at you threateningly. Threateningly? Can't do the words. And they will attack the timber deer. So this guy, while he's distracted, we can sneak past him. And we can get to this kind of area where I think there's more fish, yes. And the skimmers are okay, the swarmers. But it's normally the tarantulas and things that have an issue. So you can run past this way. Avoid the ruins prowlers that are taking on the deer. With it being daytime and that red message popped up, what did it say? It didn't say anything. Missed it. It's going to talk about the pirates that are running around, and they're here. So you might not be able to get down here depending on how lower level you are, because he's a level 10. There is a group of pirates that run around the zone. So if you see anybody running, if it's not a player character, if it's an NPC, just yeah, avoid them. But they run around here at night and the day. There's like zombies that run around, and also another shiny, more pirates. Nice, I'll have that in there. I haven't done any of these zones. If you are a higher level and you want to go in here, like you can take on level 9s, no problems. You can pop in here. There's normally some stones and ore around. There's also aggressive spiders. And this guy, the Basalt Watcher, might pop up. He's quite aggressive. They've got level 10 scouts here and here. So they all hang around. If it's not these guys, it'll be undead at night. They swap over. This guy sometimes, I don't know how to get him to not be an NPC. But he will sometimes run around and kill the Blackfills. These guys. They're all hanging around all different places. You also have this one, the Bound Watchers, which are also threateningly. So it's kind of an icky place to be, this bit. I normally stick to the top bit. We've also got the gardens, we've got ore, we've got different woods and things. Got the Ruins Mage Tower with the Dig Supervisor and more Blackfills. So Forest Ruins, normally easy to grab. There's like a good 2/3 of the zone that you can run around and no problems. I normally run this area here and then I go this side. Oh, I'm going to cough, bear with me, sorry. Oh dear, something's really getting in the back of my throat. I'm sneezing and I'm coughing. But yeah, I get here where the hawks and the beetles are and stuff. So that's normally okay for your first area, first spot. And then once you've got everything, head back to Qho in the reverse of how I said got there, and pop back. He'll send you, let's go back out to Antonica, for part 2 of the Gathering Obsession. Part 2 of the Gathering Obsession is a similar way. It doesn't matter which zone you go to for the tier 2 harvestables. You're looking at Antonica, the Commonlands, Greater Fadark, which is around Shunar's Blade, the Combined Spires and the Crushbone area, and the Upper Emerald River, the western half of Darklight Wood, and also the Frostfang Sea. So once you've gone in Darklight Wood, once you've gone past the river, when you've got to the bit and there's that circusy market thing in the middle, that's normally the area to go to. And then Frostfang Sea, it's again when you've got over to Pilgrim's Landing or something it's called, isn't it? You're looking for Severed Maple, Murdoch Orange, Antonican Coffee Bean, Tanned Leather Pelt, Tuber Strand, raw carrots, raw black tea leaf, raw crab meat, sorry, and free water grouper. So you're looking for harvestables. Looking for the fish, you're looking for the shoal of fish, which is in any river or the areas here around the docks, especially, and again in the Commonlands it'll be the same thing. You're looking for pelts out of the, what would they call them? Creature dens. There we go. There's my brain trying to work. And also Tuber Strand, which is out of the roots. You're looking for tea leaf. You're looking for a load of stuff in the shrubbery harvestables. So I'll show you my favourite area to harvest in Antonica. I don't really have one for the Commonlands. Commonlands is just as and when I find it. I don't really like, probably around about the Druid area, Druid Portal area for the Commonlands actually. Thinking about it while I'm talking to you. That's probably the area I like to harvest, because you've just got to avoid a few of the dogs and the lions that run around. So that's easier to find, because you've got the area of the Druid Portal, which is kind of a no-go zone for the NPCs and also the mobs you can get. My favourite area for here, for Antonica, it'll work if you're in the Freeport aligned or Neriac aligned as well. Just avoid these guards. They will be a bit aggressive towards you, but that's okay. So I've gone from the dock. I go this area. I kind of follow this bit of the path here. There's a couple of areas. We'll get to it in a minute. But you're sort of looking past Farmer Walcott's area. There he is. Oh, I need a beetle charmer. Guy. A beetle charmer would be grand. That dude. We're going to go past all these dark pools as well, because sometimes they can be a little bit high. They're level 14, so we're getting there. And then I believe the bear cubs, sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not. Yeah, these are indifferent. Some bears are not indifferent. The wolves, I think, are aggressive. Yeah. So we just got to avoid the wolves. But once we get past these two bits, these two towers, you'll find it opens up. So you've got some roots here straight away. We've got a creature den there. We can see some sandwash rock. We've got some trees. We pop up this bit here. We've got a shrubbery, critter den. I think the bats are okay. There is a dark paw here, so just avoid him. He's just on his own. He is level 12, so you probably could take him on if you're okay doing that. If you're very low level, avoid him. So this is the area, and then down where Matt's rolling pin is, so this kind of area here, you can see we've got shrubbery, we've got ore. You've got this area here. If you do die, you will respawn here. If you are Freeport aligned, just be careful that there is this guard here running around. We have the mender. We have some people that buy and sell stuff. There's the armor smith. He'll buy and sell stuff. And then if you want to, you can pop into here. You've got roots just in front of where the trees are. So kind of this area here is also a nice place to harvest. There's a few that the clicknick mites are aggressive, and also any wolves and sometimes bears. Forget how to tell which bears are aggressive or not. Just avoid all wolves. Ochre bone. Okay, I'm picking up all the shinies today. This is great. And then head towards the Keep of the Ardent Needle, just avoiding some people. There's kind of like a little path here that you can follow. See, we see a creature den. We can see some badgers that look like ores. There we go. We've got plenty of places where you can sneak in, grab some stuff, and then head back. And then around, you've got some tents of dark paw gnolls, but I'm normally okay. So that's my normal spot to go harvest. There is a more popular spot, which is over the other side. I need to run there. So what I'll do is, I don't know how to speed this up. So what, I'll run back to the gates and I'll show you from the gates. There we go. We're at North Qho's gates. If you have come out of the crafting zone and popped there to North Qho's, again, just avoid the guards if you're not aligned with Qho's or Halas. And what I do is I pop through this area here. We're going to go under the aqueduct. There are some things that are aggressive, so do take care. Just another shiny. Let's go. There are easier routes through the aqueduct. Through that spot there is probably an easier way. You come through probably this line here. Follow the path up. Come through here. Avoid the dark paws. You can get back on the path. And I'm going to kind of head towards the Oracle Tower, but not quite get there. There's a keep. Forget if it's the Gnoll Slayer keep or the other one. It's got a whole Ruxif in it. My ear came back. No, that's the other dude. That's the other dwarf. Is he the holder? I can't remember who he is. He's got like a line. I'll go past and I'll have a look. But you can kind of see here we've got some sandwash rock. We've got some falcons that are okay. I think the bearded lizard, he will look at you threateningly. So we just kind of stick to the path and make our way there. Dale snakes are okay. Yeah. So we can kind of do a run over. Some roots. I'm going to avoid the lizard. This is it. I'm looking for this area. This keep. I forget what it's called. Keep the Ardent Needle. There we go. And he'll say... There we go. That's whole Ruxif. He's got the Dwarven Chainmail HQ. So from there, we can pop over. We're kind of looking at this area here. And we're heading towards the Oracle Tower. So kind of make a beeline for it. There are some lizards around the trees, so if you just be careful. But this is a lovely area to harvest as well. Avoid this lizard. But here, and you've got You've got the Griffin Tower, so you could take the Griffin Tower to Griffin all the way over to the Oracle Station. But this is also a good area to harvest. You can see we've got the wood there. We've got a couple of roots. We've got an ore, shrubbery, and then if we just head up the hill, hopefully I can get the angle right. There we go. Head up the hill. Look at all that. So you can harvest all that there. Just avoid, obviously, the lizards, but they are they're stationary. And the other thing is to watch the guard here if you're not aligned with Qho. Those are my areas to harvest in Qho. Not Qho, in Common. Where am I? I'm in Antonica. Those are my areas that I harvest in Antonica for the tier 2. And then, ooh, shiny. In Commonlands, I tend to go to the Druid area, the Druid Ring in the middle, because that's probably sometimes the easiest place for me to get. So, next one is the Gathering Obsession, part 3. Obviously, you go back and forth between Qho at this point to grab the next bit of the quest. It won't automatically update you. You need to go back to Qho each time, but I'm not going to show you that because we've already shown you how to get to Qho. Just pop along to the Thundering Steps or to Nectal's Forest, grab the Griffin, take the bell on the docks to the Isle of Mara, and there he is. So I'm going to head over to the Thundering Steps and I'll join you in a minute. We're back on Thundering Steps docks. We've just been to see Qho. We've picked up part 3 of the Gathering Obesssion, and it's told us to go to both the Thundering Steps and also Neck Forest. It's quite long when it hits your the side, the questline helper in this area. It's quite a long quest. It looks like you've got a lot of places to go, but same here. I got Ferrott and also Rivervale. There's 2 different places. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to scroll this way, I think, but there we go. So it doesn't even fit. I have to scroll to be able to see, but there are places. I've got Rivervale and Ferrott. You will have Thundering Steps and Neck Forest, and we're on. I'll show you the Thundering Steps first. We're here on the dock. You probably recognise Duggan Brandywine. He's going to ask you to find some foodstuffs for him. This does not go hand in hand with the Gathering Obesssion. It will take priority. So Duggan will ask you to get some foodstuffs. 100 of them. That will go first before you get anything for the Gathering Obesssion. So if you pick his quest up, you'll have to do 100 of his foodstuffs before you get anything for the Gathering Obesssion. So do not pick up his quest unless you really, really want to harvest a lot of stuff. He'll tell you that he wants, like, he'll give you plates and cups and things as rewards, but he's got a harvesting quest as well. It's a good quest line. It's nice. I like it if I'm doing nothing else. However, don't do them together. Ask me how I know. So our first port of call is going to go to the Griffin. I'll show you the obvious one that everyone knows about, but Coldwind Station. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom and take the Griffin. It's probably easier. Bit of a travel, so we'll go over areas of Thundering Steps that you might recognise. You might also think, well, years ago I used to have a skill. So for harvesting in the Thundering Steps I needed to have level 90 harvesting skill to be able to do this. That's not the thing anymore. The devs have removed the cap or the minimum level of harvesting you need to have. Still would recommend having a harvesting level of around about 90 when you hit the Thundering Steps and Neck Forest, just so that you can pick stuff up without it failing a lot, especially if you're going around where the mobs are. There's nothing worse than having a lion coming towards you as you're trying to desperately gather the last pieces from the shrubbery as he's heading towards you, and all you get is, you've found nothing. Nothing has been found. Or you failed to gather something from the shrubbery. That kind of affair. You can harvest at level 45 or whatever level you are at that point. It will update up your levels. You will get better at harvesting. However, it will kind of take you a while to do that. It can take a little bit of time to gather stuff. So it's a good place to update your skills. If you want to see what skills you have, you just go to your character, and it is in skills, and it is the general, and it's harvesting, got fishing, foresting, gathering, mining. Not sure shadow prospecting just yet. Transmuting and trapping. Transmuting is something else, but it's trapping, mining, gathering, foresting, fishing. As you can see, I've got around about 140-ish for them. Fishing is a little bit lapse. I haven't fished that much. It's for the harvest skills. You know, for Gathering Obsession, this quest line. So we're here at Caldwin Point. As long as you haven't killed any centaurs, they will be okay for you. They'll be neutral. They won't mind. There are some fish here occasionally. Mob of fishes, but also be aware that there are sirens. Irresistible sirens, so they can be a little bit out there. And don't go too far because we do have skin dancers. And they are triple heroics. So even if I attack them now, they're going to be very angry. Okay, so we're looking at this area here, the centaur area. It's very, very over harvested. A lot of people will be here. I'd be surprised if no one's here at the moment. But we can see this area is here to grab. As long as you haven't hurt any centaurs in the Thundering Steppes, you'll be okay. Nothing else in this area will kill you. And there's sometimes stuff around the tents as well. This is the area to harvest. And this is where I harvested some bits. There's some shrubberies here as well already. I'll show you the other part. The other area where I like to harvest. It's a little bit more dangerous, but you know, who doesn't like a bit of danger in their lives? Let's go over there. I'm going to go to the southeast station. You probably recognise it if you've been to the ruins of Orcish or anything recently. Yeah, chat's talking about 10 to 19 tuber strands, which is the Commonlands in Antonica. Don't tell them there's less people in Antonica. These are my super secret harvesting areas. Anyway, here we go. So we're going to go onto the southeast station. And we're looking, again, as long as you haven't hurt any centaurs, you're okay. I'm going to look around this crater. So you've got this crater here in the middle. And we're kind of just going to skirt around it. But look at this green area around. As we can see that there's wood there. There's some shrubberies. The areas to look out for are probably the stalkers. This is your danger area. So you've got a couple of stalkers at the moment. However, I might be able to get that shiny. Let's see if I can do it. Even go around him. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Grab it. Okay. Then ant. And then I'm going to sneak over to this area here, this crater. The crater's around about the safe spot. The other safe spot is up here. You'll probably see some people getting the windswept stones for their quests. The bears are okay. There are some wolves in here. I hope I don't come across any. Whoop! There we go. We're running. We're running. We're running. We run. We're running away from the lion. So that isn't really a safe area. The other safe area is these trees here. We've got some wolves that are pups, so they're not really going to attack you. We've got here. So it's this crater here. Yeah, there is a lioness. However, I think she's pretty much the only thing you need to avoid. So you can get everything here, I can see. At the moment, just keep an eye on where that lioness is going. She kind of has a little stalk around this area. But there's all these, everything there you can see. Everything the light touches is our harvestables. You're going to go between the two craters. You're going to go between this crater, there's somebody harvesting already, and you're going to go down to sort of this area, but there will be skeletons eventually. I think probably where that shrubbery is probably, yeah, there he is. He's just popped into view. Skeletal foot soldier. So you can kind of go to this area if you wanted to. Just watch where they walk up and down. There's another skeletals there, so the shrubbery over there is probably easy. So yeah, green areas, no problems. You've got loads of places to harvest from. This is probably the easiest place. It is quite tricky because you've got a few, You've got the Highland Patriarchs, you've got the skeletons running around, you've got those lions at the top and things. However, it's probably the quieter area, especially if somebody is in Coldwind Point already, or if there's a couple of people in Coldwind Point. It's not up, but there is an epic bubble that kind of wanders this area. So just be careful of that as well, especially when you're around here. I don't think he'll be around. I hope. He kind of wanders up and down this road, down into the where the skeletons are, and then up here. Show you this area. He'll pop up here. Yeah, there's giants over there, so we're stuck there. And then there isn't really much there this side, apart from a few bears and stuff. So yeah, it's normally where the green stuff is where it's easier to harvest. That's Thundering Steps. So it's this crater and the crater over there. Between those two craters are normally the places I like to harvest. And also pick up the shrubberies. Don't cherry pick, because you will end up with just all shrubberies. Although if you're doing Duggan's quest, that's actually quite good, because you'll get his quest done quicker. I'm going to go back to the docks because we're going to go to Neck Forest next. And I'll show you whereabouts I harvest on that. It's a little bit tricky in Neck Forest, but we'll get there. I got so distracted by Duggan that I forgot to tell you. The area for fishing is probably easiest around these docks. Just pop yourself in the water and you'll see some fish somewhere around here. Let's do it. Let's show you. Hopefully. There's some fish. A mob of fish are there. Oh, hello. Maybe not. I didn't see them. Okay, I'm in trouble. It's a triple heroic and it's blue. I'm gonna be in trouble. No. That one. Thank you. Yeah, he's not gonna... Yeah, this might be it. See all the pets. I got level 2, so, you know. Yeah. I'm gonna get out the water. I don't think the octopus can get me in the water. He's gonna wait for the pet to die. You can do it, Theorist. Nope. Yep. You gonna come get me? I think I'm okay. Right, what do we do the pet? So be careful when you go in the water. They weren't there last time I went in to grab the fish. However, do be careful. I didn't realise I was there. Alright, this is where it gets dangerous. So we're going to go to Neck Forest. Let's do it. I'll run down the docks. Please don't attack me. Now that I'm going over the top of you, I think we're okay. Literally jumped in before. I think it was non-recording problems. We're going to go to Neck. There he is. Forgot where I was going. I was like, Enchanted Lands. No, I'm going to go Neck. The Neck Forest, again, you can just jump off the... jump off. Just watch for anything that's going to attack you. You should be okay if you stick to the shoreline and look for the fish along the shoreline. Both sides. There's not any fish at the moment. Somebody might be fishing. But there's normally mobs of fish around this area. Okay. So I'm going to go on the griffin. I was going to say on the fish then. I got fish on the brain. No. Come on. Up we get. That's it.
I greet you.
Right, I'm going to go back to the Commonlands. I'm going to fly it because it's easier. So if you just come from Qho and you've taken the World Bell back to Neck Forest or Thundering Steps, depending on which way you want to go first. Or either, you've probably done Thundering Steps and then you're on Neck. That could be an option as well. Take the Griffin to the Commonlands because that's a safe-ish area to harvest. I think it's as safe as Neck Forest is going to get. My first death was trying to harvest in Neck Forest, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit tricky. It's a very aggressive forest. There's a lot of things that will try and kill you. And there isn't really any safe places. There's a soul leech again. Because even if you think you're safe, a wasp is up in the trees or something like that pops up and just obliterates you. Okay, there we go. So we are here. We're at the Commonlands station. And this is probably the easiest place. As long as you don't attack the sentries, you'll be okay. I'm aligned with Kynos and they're not bothered by me. This area is probably the safest spot. Just avoid the spiders and the wolves and you'll be fine. Oh, let's see if we can find anything to harvest. There's a butt ton of spiders there. I'm going to leave those. I'm probably going to get attacked while I'm showing you where these places are. Has someone been here already? There we go. There's some wood. Spiders there. That's also a spider. The snakes okay? Yeah, snakes are okay. The wolves aren't. Avoid him. Yeah, so it's just a case of running in, grabbing something to harvest. Like there's a bit of ore. No, it's not. It looked like ore. It's not. Yeah, and there's a bit of there's a beast den. Yeah, Neck Forest is always keep moving. Is my thoughts. I'm going to try and avoid that. Puppy. The wolf. Words are failing me today. Oh, shiny. Grab the shiny. Yeah. I found some great success actually by going up on these bits in the forest because we've now got flying. They've made it so you can get over the top of everywhere. The wolf there. Yeah, there's a lot more things to gather last time I was in. There's a bit of stone up there. Eventide stone you can get to. But yeah, Neck Forest, I basically keep moving, keep running around, keep following the tracks. As long as you keep following this path. There we go. We've got an eventide stone. We've got a wood there. We've got some roots. We've got a shrubbery kind of there. We've also got some walls and things running around. If the walls don't get you, these like roses of Inneruk and places things do as well. They'll put an element on top of you. You'll be okay here because this is the spires area. We don't tend to get bad guys around this area. Let's see if there's anything here to harvest. Dead things, basically. Cool, okay. But yeah, Neck Forest is kind of like this area. I just always keep moving. Always be moving. There's urchins. They won't kill you, but they'll... That puppy will. Yeah. Neck Forest, not my most favourite of places to harvest, to be fair. I much prefer Thundering Steps. And which is probably why, as well, you'll see a few people do their casual harvesting to sell on the broker or to make stuff with. They'll be doing that in Thundering Steps. Because Neck Forest is really terrible. There is a safe spot as well up near the... let's see if I can get it on the griffin. I'll go to the next spot as well, which is kind of safe. There's nowhere really in Neck Forest that's safe. Ash Viper, looks like a root. Trying to get back to the griffin. I ran further than I thought. Didn't think I went this far, but anyway. We'll get there. There he is. It's always dark. Oh, there's some ore. But sometimes there's things to harvest in this part. Right. I'm going to go to the griffin. I'm going to ask them to go to Enmar's Ascent. That's the area I was looking for. It's the part with the stairs up, or the ramp up. We used to have guards on there that would attack Keynosians. I'm not sure if they still do. We are about to find out. We're doing science live on live and in person. Risking myself to figure out those answers. So we're gonna about halfway through the zone, we're gonna go about here. Which is some nice areas to harvest, but there are tree ants around, especially, and again up towards the route up to Net Castle. It's also a good place to harvest, but again, there's zombies. There's what else is there? There's zombies and the stitched zombies and things that are around. But yeah, this area. We're about to find out if it's safe for me. All right. Sergeant. Oh, yeah, okay, we're alright. That guy's not interested in me. And Mars Ascent. Yeah, we're fine. We're okay. Alright. Another area is around the Griffin Tower up here. Just be careful when we get to the mushroom circle. There's zombies around here. And some of the tree ants are okay. Some of them are aggressive, and I don't remember which way around it is. Looks like that guy's okay. Of course. Bear with me. I am not making any difference to this guy, am I?
I didn't eat those bones anyway.
Oh, it's resisting a lot. Okay. Okay, I think we're okay. Yep, that tree ant's okay. That's a rot heart tree ant. Okay, so the black timber okay, rot heart not okay. I'm gonna run back. The other way is to follow the road. So at the top at End Mars Ascent, we pick the road up again. And we're here. So we've got some ore I've just seen there. We've got skeleton guys. But yeah, we can kind of follow the road. There's rot heart tree ants occasionally. That way will take you towards Net Castle. There's some routes. But yeah, good luck. It was okay. It was a good few hours of me running up and down Neck Forest, trying to find different areas to harvest and just sort of staying in the one area. It's definitely no thundering steps. I will tell you that now. So the next thing, we're going to go back to the docks and we're going to head to the Enchanted Lands and also Zek. We'll do those two. So you've finished in Thundering Steps, you've finished in Neck, you've been back to Qho and you've picked up the next one, which tells you to go to, where's it going to? The Enchanted Lands and also to Zek, the Orcish Wastes. I'm going to start with Enchanted Lands, it's probably the easiest place. We'll start with the easy ones first, why not? We'll get those out of the way first. Enchanted Lands, here we go. There's the dock, so again you can do some fishing along here. A lot of people will go to this middle part where the wasps are. That's okay. There's a lot of things to harvest here. However, you will find, where is it? The Impaler wasps and the Lancer wasps. They won't buzz around, but they'll pop around occasionally, especially over that area. So I tend to avoid the middle just in case. I go here. So the docks are there. I go right from the docks and I go over here to where the fairies are. The only fairies you need to worry about are the very mischievous maidens there. The ones that are standing still on their own. They'll look different. They'll be near trees and things. There's a couple of them there and there's another one. Oh, stuff to grab. So watch out for those. Apart from that, anything else goes. You've got animal dens. We've got sprites that are okay. you'll see the difference between the sprites, the fairies, and the very mischievous maidens. You can see how they're just singles, and then these other ones kind of together, joined up, or they're moving around. So they're alright. Oh, another shiny. Let's go. But the badges are okay. No problem with those. The other ones to look out for are the clack rocks, the beetles. So you've made your way through the mischievous maidens, and then you find the beetles. So just be careful of those guys. They will only stay in this area though. They'll march up and down here. So as long as you stay away from the stony bits, you'll be fine. We're going to head towards the spires. As you can see, there's loads of roots here. Quite tempted to pick some up. These guys are okay as well, the maidens. The mischievous ones will only stay at the beginning. We've got some maidens, we've got some ore. There's a lot, sometimes fish in this bit as well, this bit of the water. The trouts are aggressive. Where's he gone? Indifferently. There we go, throng of fish. There's sometimes fish tucked up here. And then you can follow, there's more fish over there. Normally around the spires area is normally good. There we go, fairies. The turtles are okay. There are some... She's supposed to be aggressive. Oh no, indifferently. There are some aggressive sirens walking around, but you'll see those. These tree ants are okay. No problem with them. If this area is too overpopulated, lots of people are, you know, harvesting around here, there is another spot. Is that a mischievous one? Yeah. Avoid her. You sometimes get harvestables in this area, but again, there's the aggressive drones along the sides. There's not usually many areas to harvest, but there we go. My other spot is I avoid the middle, but I do go around the edges of this tree flat bit. This flat bit with trees. Oh, I sneeze again. What is going on? I'm going to run over here. No, I think I lost it. I'm okay. So yeah, you've got the Impaler Wasp, and you've also got the, where's he gone? Lancer Wasp. But you can see he's floating around, as are the Impaler Wasps. They have a float around and things. So if you are harvesting up this spot, you'll be like, oh, there's loads of stuff to harvest there. It looks really cool. I'll go in there. No. There's an Impaler Wasp there, which is why there's lots of things to harvest, because he's just sat there. And then also, we're okay. So I go this area here, where the bears are. So kind of go this spot. Just be careful of where that Impaler Wasp is, and also those. But I normally do this spot as well, by the mill. Picking up all the flappies. We've got bear clubs that are okay. We've got some wood here. Got a shiny spot. We've got some roots. So this is normally okay, as is down here, the bottom end of this hill. So there's sometimes bears that will, there's bigger bears, but we're normally okay with the cubs. So anywhere down here would be alright. The badgers look like ore. I can see some ore, but there's bears. Badgers even. Bears and badgers. My other spot is just over here, over this bridge. But do be careful of the Void Shriekers. So you kind of want to hit this end. Or this side. And then just be careful of the Shriekers. The Runny Eye Ward. So I didn't go here when I harvested. I was like, no, I'm alright. I'm avoiding this spot. Yeah, they're all over there. The bigger bears are kind of this side. So you can see there's great briar paws and briar paws. what I sometimes do is I sneak past the Shrillers to here. There are Shrillers over this side as well. And I can sometimes, I can't do it today, there's too many people. Sometimes if people have been through killing the bears or things, you can kind of get in there and pick at what's available, but I don't think I can now. I think it's a little bit too much. This is risky. This is risky. This is very risky. Okay, so I go from the mill and I go this side, I stick here. So both sides of this area, this track. Just be careful of that Lancer Wasp having a wander around. And we can get that bear den, well, animal den, no problems. Might have a problem with that tree, depending on what he wants to do. Yeah, there's people fighting stuff and things, so we'll see. I'm not going to say these bears are okay always, because sometimes some of the bigger bears can come down. But you've got, there we go, some actual ore instead of badgers. But that's the easiest parts on Enchanted Lands, which is probably the simplest spot for me to show you. But there we go. Yeah, the easiest place to harvest giant thing there, giant wolf, is over here. Just avoid the very mischievous maidens. This area where both the spires, the wizard spire and the druid room are. It's very contested. There's a lot of people around. Okay, and then the next one is I'm going to show you Zach. Ooh, yeah, we'll show Zach. We'll have a look and see if I remember them. So Zach again is off the bell from Enchanted Lands on Thundering Steps and Neck. And it's here. Don't go to the Scourge Wastes. That's a different one. You go to the Orcish Wastes. I know, it's going to be very... it's very complicated, I know. Similar things. Alright, Zach. There's literally one place I can think of that's easy to get to in Zach. And you're going to come across the dock. Or run across the dock even, sorry. Be careful when you come out of here. You're going to run out of these doors, immediately turn left. And you've got a horse and a stable master. If you go any further out, you head up into the Talon Grunts. Marine foot soldier there, but they won't really help. So you've got talons. You can see the thistles and the animal dens there, but there's also a lot of ogres and orcs.
Hello.
So we're going to travel to Three Toes Valley. You can run there. It's a little bit dangerous if you are of a level where you can get to these. No problem. But there's so much stuff here that's going to kill me. Especially lions. Right, we are here. Not really safe here neither. Sometimes the Talon Troopers can come past. So we are going to carry on forwards. The Lugger is literally the only NPC that's okay. He's not going to attack you. So you see these orcs here and they go, oh my gosh. Immediately turn right. And go over here. Oh, someone is already doing it. Through these trees here. Do not go into that building. That building is full of orcs. And you can see these trees here. Now there's kind of an invisible line where the orcs won't go forwards. So that hatchet man is going to walk about as far as he'll go. There. So you can kind of see there's a line where they won't cross. And it's kind of this tree. This tree here. This kind of sculpture's old ruined tower, and then this tree. Anything further than this, and you're wandering into where the hatchet men are. And as you can see, they're very aggressive. Someone's getting up. You missed the shiny. You missed the shiny, mate. You missed 2 shinies. That's it. Go get it. There you go. This might be very, very harvested, so there might not be much here, especially with at least 2 people I've seen already. But Three Toes Valley is the area where you can harvest very safely. You've got the green hoods here. So you've got some bears, but as long as you don't touch them, they're okay. As long as you don't hurt them. You've got this guy, the Glade Master, if you've ever done the HQs that go up into Death Fist Citadel and things. That's where we are. There's not, yeah, there's fish in this area. Three Toes watering hole. It is very over harvested. I don't think there's anything left. But there's normally harvestables in here. But I think someone's been already. It's still a very quiet time of the server as well. But I promise you, I do promise, there are harvestables here. I'll nip over to live and we'll have a look on live so I can show you what it looks like when it's quieter. So this is the area where it's nice and safe to harvest. If you're feeling brave, you can pop over here and there's sometimes stuff to harvest in this area. But I'm not feeling very brave. If you're feeling even braver, over here, past these guys going back towards where the horse is. There's sometimes pieces that you can grab up here. Watch the hill cats. Be careful of the talon troopers that are running around. But yeah, you can sometimes get stuff in between where the guys are pathing. But again, that's been harvested a lot. So I think someone very low levels around here. There we go. So that is Zach and the Enchanted Lands. I'm going to go back to the docks. And next, you've caught up with me. I need to show you where Ferrott and also Rivervale is. So we won't be going too far. And there we go. Join you in a second. So Rivervale is an offshoot of the Enchanted Lands. So you've been to Qho, you've talked to him, he's told you, okay, now part 5. We'll go to part 5. So the Rivervale is through the Enchanted Lands. Don't need the horse. As long as we don't steer too far towards the drones that are on this hill bit, we'll be okay. The mischievous maidens are mischievous, but they're not very mischievous. There's a difference. So they're okay. We're going to head over this bridge and we're going to head up towards the right there. Oh yeah, you can take a stable master if you really wanted to. I never do though, because it takes you all the way around the zone. The horse pathing, very odd round here, especially the mounts that take you places. So there's Rivervale. The zone in. Do you know if anybody will be in here? Yes, there is. There's someone in here. That's why the zone's open. Okay, Rivervale. Dangerous, but also not dangerous. Not as dangerous as Neck Forest. Bit more dangerous than Enchanted Lands. So I need to grab these. Please. Should do it. I'm not going to show you everything that I harvest because I'm going to be here all day. It's going to take about an hour. And this video is already over an hour long. But we are looking kind of this area, the new area that we pop into. So we can go along here. We can get these shrubs, these natural gardens. Some, yes. Some of them are grassy, some of them are not. Which goes for most of the creatures in here. We can go up here to where the nymph seeds are. We can get the ores and stuff from the bees and the wood. We can get that stone, but careful of the corrupted bandits. We can go up here where I can go up here. Where the nymphs and the temptresses are and the seedlings. I do have to be careful though, because over there... oh, I got an achievement point. Go me! Over this next spot is going to be some corrupted dryads. Where have they gone? Veil maidens are okay. There they are. And tainted nymphs. Down this spot. So yeah, we're going to have to be careful there. So that's an area to harvest. And in this area. Can't do the rabid hound area. We can kind of do the blight rats if we pop in and grab stuff. A bit like the talon. Oh, this is dangerous. I am gonna die. Oh, That's not a good place to go. There we go. That's me done. I think if we pull the pet off, we should be okay. So we can go and grab that animal den. Oh, he's coming. Oh, they're both coming. This might be it. This might be the end. Could you go away? Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's just a case of just being careful. They're all red. They're all going to kill me whatever happens. But we'll do a bit of harvesting here. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to go and harvest everything I need. I might die a few times. But I'll yeah. I'm going to go get what I need to get. And I'll see you in a second. Yeah, that's Rivervale done. It's been a few hours, but we made it. We're off to the Ferrott, so I'll show you how to get to the Ferrott from Rivervale. It's also vice versa if you start in Ferrott and want to go to Rivervale. Mouse is microphone squeaking. Let's get myself. There we go. I took a break. I went AFK and I was like, I need a break before I go to Ferrott. But I'm back now. Here we go. So I'm just gonna run back. Could take the horse if you need to go and you know, you need to take a break as well, because the horse will take you all around the zone before it takes you back to the docks. It's not just a run through here. Oh, we have a conversation going on in the chat channel about the differences between Origin and the TLE. It's not interesting, don't worry. Yeah, you're not missing much. Yep. Someone asked about where the trade skilling item places were in Qeynos, because they just come from Origins. I don't know if the people in the chat were right or wrong, but they seem to think that they're wrong, so we'll go. The things you find at, you know, midday. Okay, so we want to look for the Ferrott. It is here, so we can get it from Enchanted Lands dock. There's the Ferrott. We'll go there, and I'll try and figure out where. Try to remember see if I remember where they were. So we can get the fishing from the dock here. You will have idlers, but I think there's some fish. Oh, and he's showing up. Oh, no, that was a carrying drag. Oh, hatch of fish. There you are, right at the back there. So what I might do is go for a little swim later and go and collect some fishies. There is a river in the middle. I'll show you the map. There's a big river through the middle, and then there's another one coming off from that there, and it goes all the way down there. So you will have plenty of places to find fish. You will not be short of fish places, unlike in Rivervale, where it's literally just a little pieces of places I can get to. Right, so we're in the middle of here. This is the first area come to. The only things to worry about are the bitter blooms, and they do not move. All this jungle music. So they don't move. So as long as you map out where the blooms are, you should be okay. Well, I've got to remember where they all are. I'm seeing if there's anywhere to harvest in this part. Maybe not on the left, maybe on the right. Let's try that. We'll have a run back down. The jungle music. Bit of bloom there. We'll ignore him. Very good. So there are. Is that an aggressive one? No, we're okay with Damselflies. Muck dredges are okay. We'll sneak in here. This is where the three aligned people get their quests from. This music is not helping, is it? My gosh. So someone reliable told me that there was places around here I could harvest, but I'm not seeing them. And then we're getting into the where the lizard men are. I'm not seeing anything to harvest unless someone's been through. No, I'm going to go to my OG place. Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere to harvest here. The other place they said was around the spire. So I might just have a look in there since we're in the area. Using a bit of bloom. Which is this way. Yeah, watch out for the blooms there. We'll go to the spire. Turtle's okay, he's chill. That person might be harvesting. You never know. So there might be somewhere in here to harvest. Again, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I've missed the entrance. There we go. Right, we'll follow that person. We'll see if we can catch them in the act of harvesting. Because if we can, I know I'm alright. Okay. Don't think there's... Okay, I thought I wasn't sure what that was there. Alright, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to find anything to harvest. There are... Oh, where's the hematic stone? Where are you looking? Over there? Over there, apparently. I don't see it. Oh, there! Aha! Oh, there's two of them. We can get a couple of pieces while we're here. Okay. Yeah, we'll go back through. We'll go back to where the mount is. Mount station. And we'll go to my spot. This is what happens when I listen to people. I'm like, I don't know where this is. I don't think I see any. The other thing is to tab target, which is to just press tab. And stuff will either pop up or it won't, or a bit of blooms being in it. Tab is basically the next target on the list. So you'll see it. You'll see me tabbing through and you'll see the different things pop up. Alright, okay. Table Master.
Hello.
I'd like to travel to, I think it's Greenblood River. I think this is where I'm going. I'm looking for the Druid Ring. That area. It's probably the safest area. It still has spiders, it still has things flying around in the top, etc, etc. It still has, yeah, very much spiders. But it is one of the spots where you can see what's happening and you can see what's around you. Whereas I think sometimes when you're walking along this path especially, there are things that flap over the top of you that you might miss, or you might find a bit of bloom, or just something might grab you. Yeah, so we've got the spiders. We are coming up to the spot I'm thinking of. Yeah, so we're here. So we just need to avoid the evil, but we can get this animal den. If we can get it. Getting some updates, if nothing else. I'm not going to sit here for every update, I'm just grabbing that while I can. So we are going to head, hopefully, towards the Druid Ring, which is that direction. I've gone the wrong direction for the Druid Ring. So we're just going to head along the river here. You can harvest the fish and things if you want to, or if there are any fish. Head towards this end here, and then just keep following the stone. Keep the stone at the sort of edge of the map on the right hand side. As you can see, there's disciples, but there also is a den there. Got some more water bits. Got some wood. And then here is your Druid Ring. Whoop. Please don't see me. Okay. So there's the static spiders along here. There's also Static Tail, or however you want to say them. And we have the Druid Ring. Druid Ring being pretty safe. If you are a Druid, you can obviously get here a lot faster than somebody who's just popped in. But you can kind of circle around here. I think the Swamp Feeders will be in the air above you to just take care. And then there's a Stable Master. So the Stable Master, Teu Station. So between the Teu Station and the other one, and then just keep running back and forth. I'm going to get the map out. Just keep running back and forth between these two stations, keeping yourself next to the rocks. You could probably come into this area here if you wanted to, but again, keep the rocks near you. And there is a pond there you can do some fishing in if you wanted to. But that's the area I do. It's those two spots there. It's this kind of island in the middle. Just look out for the conscripts and those giant guys walking around. So yes, I'm going to go harvest. I will see you in just a minute. Let's go turn in part 5 to Qho. If you saw me struggling around Ferrott in a separate video, I've got the video. It took about half an hour to get everything in the Ferrott, so I've almost still okay. Yes. I've done that. So let's turn that into him. Yeah, we do. There we go. We're trade skill level 32. Now, if you are below, so I just turned in the level 45 quest. I am trade skill level 32. Qho's quests go off your trade skill level. If you are below the quest, his feather won't appear, but he still will give you the quest. So we can still pick up Gathering Obesssion Part 6, level 55. There we go. Alright, so we are off to the Sinking Sands. There's probably only one place, and it might be very, very camped at the moment. However, it's near the Druid Ring in the Sinking Sands, so I'll see if we can get anything there. And we'll make our way to the Sinking Sands. Which I'm not sure if we can do it off here. If I remember. Nope, we can probably do it off the Thundering Steps though. The carpet in the harbour, I don't believe is there anymore. Yeah, Sinking Sands. Let's do one. Why not? We could do 2, I suppose, if it gets too busy. We're looking where things are for 1. So we're looking kind of down this area where it's green. We're going to have to watch out for crocodiles and try and get some fish as well. So there is a little bit of a river here in the middle. Yeah, it looks like people are already harvesting as they go. So we're here. If it's too camped, we can kind of go away. But the Shade Prowlers and these guys are probably, and the Caimans are also around. There's some fish. Can we get to that fish? Can we just go in the water? We could just go in the water, I suppose. I don't think anything's in the water. We'll find out. Come on. Don't breathe. Let's get this fish. If I can find these. If I can get these fish. No. Oh, we found something. We found our first thing is tiger shrimp. And some conger eel. Oh, we'll get there. Okay. Let's try and get to the other side. Ooh, see if we can do it. The asps are okay. Got some roots there. Anything following us? Nope, just the bats. More roots. Do we need roots? We don't actually need roots. Okay, never mind. So we're looking here where the Druid Ring is. There's normally some stuff that pops around the Druid Ring. There is a guy. There is going to be a mob I think around... I'm going to find him, aren't I? Oh, I'm scared. Maybe not this. Oh, I can't get through there. My butt is too big. But there's around here, it looks like it's very, very camped at the moment. Yes, there he is. He's just hidden there. The other side of that tree. We'll get something eventually. We'll get there. Okay, so that's the prickly pear. That's probably the easiest place. You do get some corsairs and plunderers and things and caimans or crocodiles along the beach and things. So it's there's one. It is quite dangerous to be around here, but it is possible to do the harvesting. You're going to have to be very patient though and share it with everybody else. But that is doable. I thought that was a shrubbery up there then. It is doable. This is probably the easiest place to harvest. Because the other places, let me get the map up, let me get somewhere safe and I can show you where they are, but they might not be as, it depends how many people are around. So we've got this green area here and this green area here. This is where we came in from the docks and we're currently here by the Druidwing. There is, if you go off the edge of the map, like a little island there. That is a very good place also to go and harvest. However, it is not for low levels. The other place is nice that aren't for low levels again is probably the oases. Oasi? What do you call the plural of oasis? In the middle, the two green areas here, that's probably a good place to also harvest if you are also of low level. And the other place I didn't show you, but I will do in just a second, is here on the other side of the docks. So we'll see if we can make that. We'll do a run back. I thought I'd show you the most dangerous part first, which is running between the two. As long as the spectres don't see you or any of the crocodiles or any of there's caiman or any of the other stuff that will be around to kill you. I'm probably going to find a crocodile in a minute. In just a second. There's going to be one that's going to nod me. I'm waiting for it. It's like that part in the horror movie. These guys are okay as long as you don't attack them. So if you come back to the docks, the other place that's really, really good to harvest, but again it's probably over harvest, is this bit here where the guy with the carpet quest sits. I can't remember what his name is, but yeah, we can see there's lots of people running around. Sorry, I didn't need to show your name. But here we go. This area has been cherry picked again, but there's this bit here, Croc Hunter Camp, if you wanted to do there. And again, just be careful of the caimans that are on the beach. But the plated diggers are okay. The croc hunters are fine, no problems with them. But yeah, these two places, and then maybe... Is there anything up where the dock is up there? Let's try that. We'll have a look-see. Get some monkeys flinging stuff at us. There is an elevator or a lift. I saw the wall. Thought I'll go for a climb. Let's do that. Those are okay. The cobras are going to eat you if you let them. I don't think there's anything here. No, travellers. No, there's nothing around this bit. Okay, so not up here. So yeah, where the green area is, which is that bit there, and then just over there you can kind of see the green where the Druidwing is, around that area or there. Probably the easiest places. There are other places, there are sort of like other islands and things that you can harvest, especially down there. It's not for low levels though, unless someone is that way down? Nope. Unless someone is clearing out the area and can give you the ability to run around. Is it coming up? Nope. Don't make it come up. Nope. Okay. With that sinking sands, I'm going to head to where part 7 will be, and we'll do that. I'm not going to sit around and try and do part 6. I'm going to harvest later, but I will show you where harvest 7 is. Gathering Obesssion part 7 will be. So I've looked up part 7. We are going either to the Bonemire, Barren, Sky, Tenebrous, Tangle, or we're going to the Loping Plains. I believe Tenebrous Tangle is very, very camped at the moment, but I will try and show you where we're going. So we want Antonica, because we want Antonica or Commonlands because we want to go up to the Barren Sky. We want to get to the Wizard Spires. Oh my gosh, it's busy here. So we'll nip out to Antonica. Imagine I've been to Qho, I've picked up the next part of the quest, I'm on quest 7. So we're going to go to Antonica, or you can do the same in the Commonlands. Either way, I think Commonlands is probably quicker. However, you do have a longer run to go to the Griffin Tower. But either way, you're going to follow this way. You're going to go to the nearest Griffin Tower, the new Griffin Towers, the nearest one. And we're going to go up. So we're Tenebrous Tangle. Oh, no. There we go.
I greet you.
Like to travel, we're going to go to the Oracle Tower Station. With Tenebrous Tangle, the devs have tried to separate where the harvest nodes is. I know they do that on Origins a little bit, so like stone is available where stones are, dens are around about where creatures are, that kind of thing. They tried to do that in Origins. Haven't really done that in either live or this TLE, Wuxi, or previous TLEs in the past, apart from when you get to Tenebrous Tangle. It's like a little experiment. It's really cool. I like it. I do enjoy it. And I do like that, you know, stone is available around where stones are and dens are around where the animals are. That's really, I do like that. However, they haven't really tried it in other places. So where I've been showing you before, it's all been mixed in together. We've seen that, apart from being fish in the fish. Fish in the sea. Fish are always going to be in water. So we'll go there. Now you can either continue with the Griffin, or you can run over to the spire. I'm going to take the Griffin.
Salutations.
I'm going to go to the steps, and it'll take us near to where we need to be. It is dark. There we go. I just saw it. It is a little bit dark, so it is harder to see at the moment. You can just see the top of the spire there, that sort of glowy bit. And we're going to sort of jump off when we go through this aqueduct. That's probably the nearest we're going to get. And probably the safest spot to jump. So we're going to jump around about here. This is normally a safe area or a safe spot to jump. We're going to go up as if we're going towards Windstalker Village. We're just going to follow this ridge around, because then we're avoiding the wolves, we're avoiding the bears, everything else. And back where we were harvesting before. If Antonica is really, really, you can't harvest anywhere, around the Wizard Spires and the Druid Grove is normally a safe spot to do it. Ooh, get that shiny. I was distracted by the shiny. Not too far away. There we go. Just be careful of all the... You'll see them in just a second. I've already got that. I'll let somebody else have that. Mobs that will roam around. These guys are Keltorsis, Knights, Magi, Clerics, that kind of thing. So I'm going to have a chat to the Gatecaller. We'll get the Spire Teleportation Shard. Make sure you've got room in your inventory for that. And we're going to jump on to the Spire platform. So we're going to keep the teleportation shard on ourselves. We can't delete it. And we're going to sit in this kind of circle-y area here. You can be like nearby, you can be like outside. It will still take you, but I'm not quite sure what the radius is on this server. But there we go. This is what we're doing. Teleportation in 10 seconds. There we go. Going to go up. Nice. There we go. We're going up to the Tenebrous Tangle. Yeah. Recognise that that music sting. There we go. Right, okay. Everything's going to try and kill me because I'm only small. We are here. And everything's all kind of set out. So you're going to find flying fish in the river. I don't think anything else is going to try and attack us in the river. However, there are blood blooms around there. Oh, the school of flying fish. There we go. Loads of them. They're all in the river. Fantastic. So we've got certain places where we want to grab our items from. Go over here. Quite lucky that somebody's killing all the drogues over there. We're going to follow this little bit. We're kind of going to get up where those pillars are. But being careful of rogue sentries and also territorial gorgs. Can we get through there or are we going to die? Probably going to find out in just a second. Go up here, see what's chasing us. Face our death. No, we're okay. Oh! No, he's going to kill me. I didn't see him there. This might be the end of me. Oh, he's no longer with any. Oof. Right, the territorial gorgs will see you from quite a distance. This is another place where death is going to be common if you are younger, smaller. Lower level, that's what I'm trying to say. You can occasionally get the tangled nest popping up in this bit. Just avoid the sentries and you're okay. But the territorial gorgs are very territorial. And I think it's very, very camped here. Yeah, I can see that person in the middle there. So we're looking for nests over here. See if there it is, that one. We're going to look also for... What else can we get? Oh yeah, the flying fish. Hanging roots, that's it. Gazer Isle. Let's go and have a look. See if we can have a little look around the different areas. There we go. So on a Ravisect incursion site, we can go to there. Have a wander around. Might take me a minute to get there. I'll figure out when I get there. There we go. We're on Ravisect incursions point. Which, if you... What I've done in the past is I run towards the bit in the middle where you go up to the Bonemire. See if I can do it. Might be death. Nope, I think we're okay. And what I do is I tend to try and jump and grab as much twisted wood as I can in between these guys having to wander around. So like there, that would be an ideal position to go grab that. That would definitely not. And then there, I could get those two. I could probably get that nest. And then depending on where everybody is when I move around, that's where I'd be. Okay, so that's Ravisect incursion site. We'll run through. And we'll go to the Bixie Isle. Next, we'll do a circle. We'll go around in a circle. I'll show you where everything is. Bixie Isle is probably the trickiest to get to just because everybody's here. There's defenders all around. So I don't tend to do Bixie Isle, but I want to just show you what it looks like. But if you do get somebody who's doing the quests and things on Bixie Isle, you can do that. I'm just going to nip back to Ravisect, and then we'll go down to Gazer after that. Alright, Gazer Isle is... I think it's shrubberies. Shrubberies and roots. Now the cloudy eye gorkas do see you from miles. So I tend to go up and over. Because we're looking for the back of the zone. Or back of the island even. And we're looking for this area. There you go. You can see the shrubberies. So do be careful with the cloudy eyes. They whoop. And also the wicked gazers. You just have to watch their patterns. So I would not go for that foliage right now because he's there and he will see you. They have a bigger aggro range. I might go for some of the back stuff now because there's the fairies, but I haven't killed any fairies, so I can go and get those. Just be careful of him coming in. I can definitely get that one and that one, that one. That one, I would be careful, that one obviously, because he's there. I could get that one right now. There's nothing around that is within the range. This one would be careful because the gazer is coming in, and then this Gorka is on his way. So that's those. I believe there's I think it's the stones or the ore is in this middle part. Again, that's got gazers all over it. Right. I feel like it's gone quiet. Did I do something with the music? Okay, we're gonna go to the next bit. We'll go to Fear Tainted. Oh, there's a noise. Okay, just with the music. It's like, have I got deaf? What's going on? We're Fear Tainted. Just coming into Fear Tainted. So you've got to watch the summon frightlings. They are aggressive. I'm not sure if there's a way around them. Oh, I nearly thought I fell. Can I get up and over? Maybe. It's not really recommended, but it does have the wood again. So if rather sect incursion is overcamped, you can pop here and try and get some wood. Yeah, I don't really like it. Not for low levels. Or run back. And then where's next? Voltac is good for stones, so it's good for the gems. We get there. I forgot. Forgot how far away it is. There we go. We're nearly there. Get there. Okay, I don't move, but there are stones of the gems. Trying to see if I can see any. They've all been nabbed already. I think they've all been nabbed. There's normally the stone bit in there. But anyway. The other place to look at is probably Loping Plains. I'm going to call back home. And I will make my way over to the Loping Plains and I'll show you... Well, actually, I'll show you how to get to the Loping Plains, I suppose, first. There we go. I'm back in Qho. Let's head out back. We kind of wanted do we want Thundering Steps or can we do it from here? Let's double check. No, I can do it from here. So we're going to go to Greater Fae from Qho. If you're Freeport, I'm not sure if you can get to Greater Fae or if you have to go through like Thundering Steps or something like that. Or Neck. But we're here at Greater Fae. And then I'm going to drop down here to see if I can... Do I remember? I don't remember. Let me check the map. There's a Loping Plains exit somewhere. Lesser Fae, Butcher Block. Loping Plains is there. Okay, I'm going to go get the mount. I'm going to get the horse. And we'll run across the zone. I think at level 25 I'll be okay. Oh, no, I won't be okay. That's a good chunk of health. I've fallen out of Caliphon before so many times. I keep forgetting I'm not a Fae. But we should be okay to go get the mount stationed here. There are other mount stations in the area. There's quite a few in the zone. I'll show you in just a second.
Hello.
Like to travel. There's all those there. So I'm going to go to Loping Plains. Please. There we go. Let's turn chat off. And I'm going to go to Loping Plains and I'll see you in a sec. Ooh, if you can't find Calithin or anything to do with that, you could go Butcher Block Mountains from either Darklight Woods or like Neck Forest or something like that. I think they take you to Darklight Woods. They take you to Butcher Block Mountains. You could also get, I suppose, the old-fashioned boat from Antonica docks or Commonlands docks. They should be able to take you to Butcher Block Mountains, and then you can take the Griffin. You have to go up the hill. And you can take the griffin that will take you through to, there's like a steam font Loping double. It'll say like Loping Plains on the griffin station. There we go, so there's Loping. Hopefully when I get into Loping. Oh lordy. Can I just get into Loping Plains, please? I've got those guys were aggro. It's been so long since I did this at any level that's gonna get in trouble. There you go. See if Loping Plains is open. Looks like it is. So Loping Plains is also on the same level as Tenebrous, Tangle and things. Level 60. Right, I'm gonna try and show you really. We've got, is it there? Lesser Fadark. Steamfont. There's a Steamfont entrance there. So you can go into Steamfont Mountains and you can go into Loping Plains that way. There we go. So I'm looking for kind of like the village of Somborn is a nice area to kind of harvest around, especially this watery bit here, and also by the spire, but you might be in trouble. This is a lot more dangerous than the other places. So I'm going to go to Somborn village and we'll show you from there. The music is awesome though in this place. There's Somborn village just coming into view. There we go. So you can kind of maybe. Is there any fishes in here? Any fish? Any fish? There might be fish in there. I can't remember. Doesn't. Oh, what was that? Oh, shrubbery. Okay, the scraggly bushes up there. Yeah, this might be very, very... Yeah, there's a bush there. There's a shrubbery there, but we do have crocodiles and direwolves and things. So I think if you stick to the path, you're ish okay. But there are places that, you know, the Blood Gorger and things will get you. That's Loping Plains. Not really recommended for low levels. However, if you want to, you can try it. If you're feeling brave. if you want to have a try, go for it. There's lots of things there that will try and kill you. What about this side? Is there anything up here? I mean, there's probably death up here, but... Lake, snappers. Okay, there's a gorger. Spiders. Growth worms. Okay, there's a little bit of geode up there. There is some stuff, but again, there's lots of things that are going to try and kill me at level 25. Okay, so that was Loping. If you are a low level, probably best sticking with Tenebrous Tangle. It's going to take a while, but you can do it if you want to dedicate yourself to, you know, just an evening, couple of evenings, hour or two, wherever you want. That's that. So that is number 7. I believe that's as far as we can get because... number 8 wants us to go to... we've got to go to Kylong Plains, the Fens of Nazar, Kunzar Jungle, Jar South Waste, or Moors of Yakesha. We're talking kind of Shadow Odyssey, Rock, Rise of Kunok, that kind of thing. So we're going to swap over to live because we can only do this on the TLE, but that's as far as we get on the TLE. I'm going to swap over to live and I will, yeah, I'll join you in just a second and I'll show you where else we can go. That's better. We're back on live. I feel a little bit more confident on level 130. There we go. Right, Kunzar Jungle. Not Kunzar Jungle. We want the other one. We want Kylong Plains. That's a lower level, isn't it? Kylong Plains. We're going to go to Kylong Plains. And we're going to go... Yeah, this looks right. I'm going to go to the docks. There's a few places in Kylong Plains that are very good for low levels to harvest. So I'll show you where they are. Oh, this is so much easier. Here we go. Straight away, we're on the dock. So we're on the dock. We're going to run over the dock. And there we go. So what do we need to gather? Oh, I can fly as well. Oh my gosh. This is going to be so much easier. And here we are. So I like to harvest when I'm low level. Which won't make any sense now I'm level 130, but never mind. I like to harvest along here. Again, we've got the kind of the same in Tenebrous Tangle, where stones are around the stone area, wood is around the trees area, that kind of thing. So we can kind of make our way this side. There's a few bits that pop up here occasionally. And then we can kind of make our way over here, avoiding the drogs, the drollvargs even. But we can kind of make our way through. And there might be little bits and bobs to grab. There we go. There's like a few ores and nodes and things that we can get. The drollvargs don't have a very good eyesight. They have already got somebody there that's cool. Oh well, rip. But we can do that. The giants again don't really see very well. You're too small and too quick. So we have some nodes and some animal dens that we can pick up. So you can kind of just follow this around to get some roots. I think there might be some. They're all around here. I feel like there is, but I can't remember. Don't remember if that spot has ores or not. It has timber apparently. But you can find all the geodes and things that you want all around this area. You can take it as far down as you like. You can go all the way down to where the brutes are. Here, and then you can even follow it up to the camp up here. It's like a camp with NPCs with quests, and then up here is more like nodes and stuff. But there's a gem. There's a gem one. It looks like that. Ornamental geode. So there is, it's a long way to run. There is quite a lot of running involved, but you can run along that side. Where do we go if we go up here? Where do we end up? Oh, do we end up on that side? Okay. The other obvious one is, what's the town called? This bit here? Lost Valley and this bit. I don't remember what that's called. I'm gonna head in that way anyway. I'm gonna show you that bit. Don't know where I'm going. Oh, there's a node there. Oh, we're in the Yeti tunnels. Oh my gosh, we're here. Oh, I know where we are. I don't know how to get out of here, but I know where we are. Just going to follow this up a little bit. This is not the way to go. This is absolutely not the way to go if you are low level, because it's level 70s in here. I would suggest going back down to the dock, and if you have got the Soka car, use that. If not, you'll have to run up. Oh, I'm over here. I didn't want to be over here. Right, I'm going to get to where I actually want to be, and then I'll bring you back. There we go. We're nearly there. I found out where I needed to be. So if you are running up, you'll run past here. You'll run past Frostcoat at the moment, so just be careful. He's sometimes there, he's sometimes not. But you're up here, you're getting over to the Druid Wing is there. You're going over to Terran's Grasp. Is that the word? Is that where we are? The Sokar will drop you up at the top. If you can get the Sokar, that's fantastic. It will drop you up here. It'll drop you there. And then if you turn around and run down here, there's sometimes stuff around this area. I don't know if I saw any when I was walking in here. But we're kind of around the Druid Grove and stuff. There can sometimes be stuff, but I wouldn't count on it by the look of what it's looking like at the moment. Okay. If you don't have the Soka car, it's probably best to stick around that area there where I showed you. Go along here, maybe run around this island, maybe come down here, but watch out for the spider people, the draconids. They can take a, well, they can see you from miles off. If you have the Sokar though, I would pop to the Heighton post. We can have a look at that. That's a nice area. If you don't have the Sokar, you've got to go through this tunnel that I'm about to fly through. It's a little bit, that tunnel there. Why am I not flying through the tunnel? I thought I did. Are we going up? We're just taking a run up. But yeah, if you don't have the ability to get through... Oh, there's a geode. There we go. And another geode. There are a couple of bits. You can come across a... Bathstead Watch dudes. Yeah, there. He probably will get you. And then you're going to make your way down here. Follow this path. And then Heighton Post is up here. So yeah, it can get a little bit dangerous. If you're quick enough, you could probably do it. But it can get a little bit tricky sometimes. But Heighton is here. We'll get up there in a minute. Maybe, eventually. Can we get up there? We are taking our time. This is not the route you would run. If you were running, you would come through, follow the gap down, and then just head to this area. No, that area, sorry, where the Sokar post is. So you kind of look into that area. Come on. Where are you taking me? See some timber and things around. See some shrubberies. Shrubbery there. There we go. It's much easier if you have the Sokar because you can see the shrubberies already. There's some pieces. You are quite okay running around here. It's only when you get to where the giants are or the gorillas. I think they're aggressive. Yes, these guys are aggressive. So you go the other side around that, and you can kind of do a circle. Yes, and then you've got the drones, which indifferent. Never mind. I think the mature worm might like you. Yes, he'll eat you, or try to. If you go up near the hive where the music sting changes, you'll get differences. But yeah, so this area is really nice to harvest if you have the Sokar or the ability to fly. Really cool. And that is part 8 of the crafting quest. So where am I gonna go? I'm gonna go back to the... Do I need to go back? I don't, because I'm on live. I don't need to travel anywhere. So bear with me just a second. The final errand, part 9, I think. It isn't the final errand, but it is. It was the final errand at the end. That is back at the Isle of Mara, so we're going to go there. We'll fast travel. In your travels around harvesting in Kylong Plains, you're going to want to get a man-trap route. It's the rare in the routes, and that is what you're going to need. Or you can just take it from the broker, or you can take it from the guild harvesting depot or wherever, as long as you've got a man-trap route on you. So there's Qho. He's not here. He's not here for me because I've already done this quest, so he will be in there, I promise. And then over here, this lady here, Mailing. Why are you mailing? Or is it you I start with? Let me read the actual wiki, see what it says. You'll speak to Qho. Got to bring a man-trap route to Mailing Venture. See where she is. She's in here. Okay. That lady does play a part later. Mailing? No, not Mailing. Oh, she's over here. In a different house. So she's in the house event. That makes sense. She's in the house event here. There she is. There's May. quest says mailing. I'm assuming it's the same person, but she's in here where the wiki says to come to. She will make you a Cloak of the Harvester, which if do I have mine on me? The Cloak of the Harvester. Where are you? There you are. So let's examine that. That's what we'll get. Let's just get rid of everything else. We'll have a Harvest Cloak, which is 2 attributes, 2 stamina, 25 harvesting skills, and 25 transmuting. It also gives you +2 to your mount speed. And it has quite a few nice effects. It shape changes you into a rock if you like, which will enlarge you by 32% if you don't have your, if you know, it's like a growth potion type thing. If you don't have your illusions on. And also gives you casting time. It also gives you determination, sorry, of the Harvester. Which determination of the Harvester does something. Can't get it to tell me. And it also reduces the minimum walking speed. But the big thing is, what does it look like? There you go. That's what it looks like. It's gold, it's got a butterfly, it's got feathers, it's made of different patches of items that you collect. It's amazing. I love it. There we go. That's the Cloak of the Harvester. So that was the end quest line. That was the end of the quest line at one point. You get the Cloak Harvester, you get trade skill experience, you get status. Oh, it's fantastic. Everything's done, no problem. We then have the Return of the Gathering Obsession, which is we needed to go to Thurgoden and talk to Qho there. We needed to visit Thurgoden first. So Thurgoden is the Great Divide. Go see Thurgoden. It's over here. Thurgoden Harbour. You'll recognise Thurgoden. So the Valius pops up. Ooh. Oh, I've got shiny cocks. Ooh, nice. Tinkerfest. You've made your way to Thurgoden, where Destiny of Valius has turned up. The expansion is really new. It's all great. Isn't it wonderful? And you've popped into Thurgoden, City of the Coldane. You've gone in there. You're like, oh, this is great. I'm going to have some new places to quest. I'm going to go do that. It's wonderful. Everything's great. Look at this place. It's all fantastic. There's wolves everywhere. It's all blue and cold looking. It's so thematic. Absolutely wonderful. And then you think, hang on a second. I've just had some mail. What's that mail doing there? Okay. I'm going to go find a mailbox or, you know, just have a look at it. It's Qho. Sending you a mail saying, hi, can you do something for me? And you're like, oh, okay, cool, fantastic. Let's go see Qho. So you go back to the Isle of Mara. If you go back to the Isle of Mara, you go and talk to Qho, and he says, hi, can you go gather me some stuff from Sundered Frontier or the Stonebrand Highlands? And you're like, that's nothing to do with Valius. What are you on about, Qho? And Qho says, oh, maybe, alright. So you look at Sundered Frontier, look at Stonebrand Highlands, and you go and harvest. My easiest place is probably Stonebrand Highlands. And it's the... No, I've got myself confused again. It's not Stonebrand Highlands, it's Sundered Frontier. That's it, I'm getting myself all confuzzled. You want the Druid Ring in Toxulia Forest in the Sundered Frontier, and I'll show you why in just a second. Because remember, we're a low-level harvester. Even though I'm now 130, we're still going through this as if we're a low-level harvester. Or low-level adventure. Just double checking, I'm still recording. I've had the wiki open for so long, I've forgotten. So we're here in Toxulia Forest. We want to gather sumac lumber, Keegan palm fruit, more cherries, amber, quicksilver, bamboo shoots, etc, etc. It's all this stuff. This is probably your safest area. As you can see, we've got timber, we've got shrubs, we've got roots, we've got more timber, etc. We can harvest all the way around here. Some more timber. There's some more, there's roots there. And you're pretty much okay. These toxic crawlers, don't worry about those. He's an NPC, that's not a problem. And you can go up here and harvest as well. With some more toxic crawlers, which are indifferent. So we've got lairs, we've got animal dens, that kind of thing. We've got roots. If you want to, you can pop up here. That's an NPC, so we're okay. Some more bits to harvest. Bit of shrubbery. Now be careful around these skeletal guys. Skeletal guys, I don't know what that means. They are threatening. So we can't get through there, unfortunately. However, oh, there's a molten formation up there for gems. And also somewhere, there we are, nodes. So the deposit, the nodes and the gems will be around these stone areas. And also the stone outcroppings here. There's 2 there for proof. We want to avoid the briarroot horrors and also rung up. So the briarroot horrors are the ones that will get you. You just want to stick to this part. I don't know if he'll find... I'm not sure if he'd see you or not. This guy will definitely see you. And this one will as well. So you want to go to kind of this area here. And then probably get back down. Just watch the root horrors. So you can get back down here. We can follow this path all the way back down. If we want to, we can kind of skip over here. And see what's here for us. We've got some more crawlers and things, so we're okay. Ooh, suck. There we go. Okay, and then we can go over to the back to the Druid Ring and do all this area again. However far we want to get. Might have to wait for repop. The Toxulia Prowlers are going to be aggressive. They're the ones that are going to be rolling around. Those are the ones that are going to be interested in eating you. The Turbulent Knots are also threatening, so do watch the skies as well as the ground. But you can kind of pick your way through, like you can pick your way through there, and then get a little bit stuck because I was going to go over there, but that prowler's going. Yeah, it's not too bad. It just takes some time. You can scoot that way when he moves over there. Hugging walls, basically. Walls are your friend. You can get yourself... Oh, he'll see you. If you can get yourself between yourself and a, you know, in a rock and a hard place kind of thing, with there. But yeah, so that is the next step. That was Gathering Obsession. Oh, sorry, the return of the Gathering Obsession. It's the... I think it's a big quest line. And then finally, we have a Gathering Obsession Beyond the Grave. So you grab everything, you go back to Qho, he does his normal, thank you very much, that's wonderful. He will ask you to, oh yes, this is the one where he's asked you to go and get some stuff, doesn't he? Ah yes, there's an extra piece to this one. He wants you to go to the Great Divide and Thurgadin. So you'll take him to Fina's Retreat in the Great Divide, if I show you that one. So you go back to Qho, you're like, here's some harvesting. And he goes, oh, well, can you take me somewhere? And you go, okay, I'll go to the Great Divide. And we'll go... it's not Great Divide then, is it? Is it? What about Western Wastes? Oh, no, we don't want to do that. We want to do the bit where we end up in Fina's Retreat. Oh yeah, we can do the Thurgadin Harbour and then the Griffin. That'll be the one. Or we can take the Sinking Sands. And be transported to Valius. So you can do that. You can go to the Great Divide. Nip over here. Talk to the Griffin. And you're looking for the Icy Fingers. And that'll take you over there. Your other alternative is to pop to the Sinking Sands. And we'll go to the docks. This travel might not work when the TLE becomes expansion ready kind of thing. And we're just going to talk to these guys here. We're ready to go to Valius. that's probably the way you'll go to the Great Divide, is probably through Sinking Sands. Here we go, we're in Fina's Retreat. So you take Qho to here. And he's like, oh, it's cold, it's lovely. And what you'll do is you'll pick a windswept frost flower around here. Around this area. Where are we going? So we'll kind of go the way I think we can get. Yeah, he wants to go here. So he'll want his windswept flower, which is just up here. One of these shrubberies kind of thing. But it's up here. And he'll get that and he'll be like, oh, that's great. Can I go to Thurgoden Park? Sorry, I want to go to Remembrance Park in Thurgoden. So you're going to take him to Thurgoden. It's inside Thurgoden, don't worry. Let's go find that. So we can go now. We can go... Oh, we are in the Great Divide. That doesn't work. We'll take the Griffin. We could nip out to Sinking Sands and then take the thing, but we'll go this way. We'll go the proper way. We'll go the way I'll show you. There we go. So Qho will come with you. And he won't be sitting on the Griffin, unfortunately. We're not that clever, but you'll take the Griffin and he'll meet you there. There we go, we're back in Thurgoden. We've just been here. He will ask you to go to Remembrance Park, which is just in the middle. I've got the waypoint for it. But it's kind of this way. Is it that way? Yeah. Here we go. Remembrance Park. Found it. So Qho will update and he'll be like, what does he say? Something about the Gohamari village. He'll want to go there next. So that's outside of Thurgoden. We're looking for the Dane's Last Stand exit. So we'll go that way. We can't get out here. Gotta get back out onto the path. We'll run back down. We'll be like, whoa, why are you such a pain? I've been over 2 hours now trying to do this quest, and this is just the short version. I haven't even like included the parts where I've had to gather stuff. We're gonna go back to Thurgoden and out this way. There we go. It's a lovely town. I do like Thurgoden. It's probably my favourite spot. Okay, we're going to exit to the Great Divide, hopefully. And we are going to head for the Gohamari village, which is here, I think. Is it? Golden Griffin. Where's... Oh, that's it there. Gohamari village is there. If you've already been, it's so nice to just go get the Griffin. But I'll show you where it is if you haven't flown there before. If you haven't travelled there. A little bit of hill climbing, unfortunately. But we'll get there. And see the the Tinkerfest. Gohamari should be... There it is. So if you can get the Griffin will just take you straight here. There's the Griffin. That's where it'll be. And then Qho will ask you to harvest some herbs, which will be found around here. They're kind of just plants dotted around the place. You'll see them. There they are. So you go back to Qho. Qho will then want you to go and get a souvenir, travel back to Thurgadin and go and purchase a souvenir snow globe. So I'll go do that. This kid, I tell you, honestly. We'll get there. When you make your way on this part, make sure you have at least 6 plat on you. It's like 5 plat, 85 gold, something or other. So we'll just pop in the waypoint for where we need to go, which is the other side of the town, apparently. Okay. We'll get there. It's annoying me doing this. Again, I've done this already. I'm just showing you how to do it. Imagine I've got a really annoying person with me. I'm the really annoying person, I suppose. Well, here we go. Go across the bridge into Icewell Keep. And he should be in this room here. There we go. That person there. He's got the snow globe in front of him, just to give you an idea. So he's a souvenir merchant. Qho will ask you for the Thurgadin souvenir snow globe. It's 5 plat, 83 gold, 20 silver, so at least 6 plat on you. And there it is. That's what it looks like. You can buy one for yourself if you want. You can have a stone tile as well. You can have the woven giant beard. Okay, not sure. Belly and powder. We can have the another metal tire and a sacred incense as well. So you can get some souvenirs from there. Qho will be like, oh, thank you so much. That's much appreciated. We'll take him back to his mum. So we'll go back to the Isle of Mara. There we go. We'll fast travel. Fast travel is not going to be available in the TLE. I'm so sorry. But for, you know, for the speed of things, we'll go this way. We'll take him back to his mother, who is Leanne Augren. I don't think it's Leanne. I don't think it's that. But she's here. There she is. And what she gives you as a reward is the pack pony, which is here. We can see a pack pony. And if I... Mine? There's mine. Artisan pack pony. There it is. That's what it'll look like. Without the panda inside of it. There we go. And the pony will go and collect some stuff for you. And it'll bring back some other things. Let me enter those packs. And then you can tell him 1 to 59, 60 to 99, 100 plus, or holiday harvest. With it being Tinkerfest, he's going to go and find some holiday harvest for us. It'll do the same for all the other holidays as well. Take about 2 hours and I'll get some stuff back to you. Okay, so that is the return of a Gathering Obesssion. Finally, I think, hopefully, yes, this is it. This is the end. A Gathering Obesssion Beyond the Grave. This is number 11 in the series of quests. We need to have completed a few other quests before this, but this is the last of the quests. And it's essentially Qho is in the Ethernir. This music is how I feel. We're in the Eidolon jungle. We've had to nip into the Ferrott and take the Wizard Spire. Well, not the Wizard Spire, it's the green piece next to the Wizard Spire. We're then going into the Eidolon jungle to use the Turbulion. I think that's how you say it. This thing. Tourbillon? Maybe Tourbillon, there we go. I'm sure if I say it fast enough it'll be alright. And we're going to go down here, and we're going to go, hopefully, to the Opal Plains. There we go, we made it, I made it, we're in. Oh, that sneeze crawled up on me. Here we go, we've made it, we are in the Opal Plains. It's shiny. Wait, hang on. Oh, I don't have it. Right, so we need to find out where Qho would have been. We find a wayward guard who's reported seeing a child heading to the northeast path. Okay, so we start with, we speak to Steve Ekgar. Ekgar? I'll show you. I want to reiterate, this is for low-level adventurers, but high-level crafters. So we're looking at around about level 93 or 95 crafting in order to start these quests, because you needed to have completed a Captain's Lament and other things like that, other quests. Captain's Lament and Fond Memories are the two prerequisite quests, as well as the other Gathering Obsessions. There he is. That's Steve. Yep. Hill reported seeing a strange child. Who could that be? A strange child will have been found. We're going to go and... there's a wayward guard that we need to find before we talk to where Qho would have been. So there's a guard here. Ish. Probably doesn't show up on that's him. Maybe. Maybe that's him. We'll talk to him. He'll talk about seeing a child on the northwest path. We then go and find the missing child. I wonder who that is. So we'll go around to where he would be. Hopefully my door doesn't slam. I have opened both windows, so it should be okay. So Qho, spoiler alert, is up on here, kind of around here. He's up on this wall somewhere, or is he on this bit? He's around here somewhere. Could you go away, please? Yeah, I'll do. He'll then ask us to get some fresh lychees and mangosteens, which are from the shrubberies, so the astral shrubs. These guys. There's plenty of them around. By the time you got these quests, you will be able to fly. You'll be level 80 plus. You'll be able to fly, so you can avoid these Obor Shamblers, which we got to do indifferently anyway. They're not going to be an issue. They're fine. That guy might not be. What's he? Yeah, he won't be. Well, that's fine. You'll be able to fly. It'll be fun. No issues. Once we've done that, we go back to Qho with the fruit, and then we go back to Steve in the town. Where do I remember where Steve is? I don't remember where we left Steve. Somewhere. That music will kick in again. Somewhere here? No, other side. There he is. So go back to Steve, talk to him. Qho will then go to the Tourbillon again, and he'll enter that to go to the Eidolon jungle. So we can go back to the jungle by jumping into the Tourbillon. So the way we got here, we're going to do exactly the same out again. I was going to be like, I don't want to be here. I'm going to go back home. So Qho will be entrance to the Temple of the Faceless. So he's going to be kind of near here. Move around this corner. Qho will be here, looking at the temple. There he is. There he actually is. Yeah, I've already done this quest, but okay. But there's Qho. He's still staring at the temple. And then what he'll do is he will run off into the woods, as you would. He's not scared of anything, is he, this child? He'll then run over to this part here. Where am I going? This way. Again, you'll be able to fly. You're over level 80 in your crafting. You'll have to be to pick these quests up. So you'll be able to fly all around here, no issues. I say no issues, but probably issues because there's a lot of things that attack you while you're flying. But it's fine. So he will go all the way there to that middle part where the hand is. Just in the middle of the map, basically. Oh, I'm stuck. What? Look at a tree. Took my eyes off it for 2 seconds. Stupid tree. We'll go this way. There's about 17 parts to this. We are currently on part 9, so we're about halfway through, just over. I mean, one of them is gather a tree, so, you know. There's a picture on the wiki and it says, the cause of all your troubles. So Qho is near Guthfer. He'll turn up near here, this guy. In this area, kind of thing. Oh, there he is. It's almost like he's replaying the quest for me. There he is. Talk to him, he'll ask for his tree. And we'll gather a small tree to keep him quiet. There will be a clickable tree somewhere. You can gather some, but prepare to put them in your bank before you turn in the quest. Once you got the tree, you'll talk to Qho again. And then he'll move, apparently. Please. He'll go down there. Yeah, Qho. 6th location for the quest. There we are. So we'll go this way. Again, you'll fly. You should be able to at this point. Eidolon Jungle is kind of in 2 different parts. There's this part at the top where it's kind of red. And then there's this part down here where it's a little bit nicer. I believe it's an old style Ferrott, is what the Ferrott used to look like. Or would have looked like back in... if EverQuest 2 was occurring at the same time as EverQuest. Kind of like an old version of it. So he will appear... see if he will appear actually. Just over these rocks. Somewhere. There he is. He's doing his little swim. There he is. So you talk to him again and he'll then head off to the base camp. Which is, no, that's where we are. All there. Okay. So you talk to him. Click the rift to the Ferrott. Fast travel doesn't update the quest, you'll have to use the rift, so we're going to go and have a look. Right, so the way to get back to the Ferrott is up here. Go through. There we are, that's the green rift that you look for in the Ferrott to get here, and also back to the Ferrott. We'll go back to the Ferrott. Keep saying the Ferrott so many times. And then we'll go and talk to Qho on the beach. Let's see if he's still there. Can I go over? I think I can. It's a bit dark. Trying to figure out what's going on in the Ferrott. Okay, we'll go through the tunnel to the dock area. Then we'll go talk to him on the beach. He'll be down here. There he is! He's still there waiting for us. Oh, there you are. You had me worried. Why didn't you wait? I did, but you took so long because I went harvest again. Look at all the pretty things. Time to go home. Off we go to the dock. The boats will take us back to the Isle of Mara. Okay, and then this quest works fine, no problem. So we're going to go back to the Isle of Mara. You can probably take the bell. Then we go back to the pond. And then Qho is back in his pond, safe and sound. Except he's not for me, it's fine. Talk to Qho, tell him that the pond is the best place to be, and then return back up to Steve in the Garden Ward. He's back up in Opal Plains. Speak to him, and what you'll find is you'll have an upgraded of the Artisan's Pack Pony. It's an upgrade for your existing one. It'll be able to harvest rares once you resummon it. It's not a new spell and doesn't rename the pony, so the pony won't change. The only difference you'll see is that when you summon it and ask it, oh, it's not quite ready yet. Lethal Pack Pony is still at work. Alright, but when it finishes, it may give you rares, or it can give you rares. But there we go. That is the entire line of Qho's questline. That's everything you need to know about Qho. He does turn up as a mercenary. Can we get him? Can we talk to him and see where it is? Let's see if I can just do the wiki. Let's see if we can get it to say mercenary. That's because I spelled it wrong. How would you spell mercenary? Let's have a look. Alright, bear with me. I'll go find him as a merc. Of course. As soon as I looked it up, I was like, of course, this is where he is now. He's over here. He's all grown up. And just see him in the distance. There he is. Once you completed the quest, there's Qho. He's all grown up. He's a martial mercenary. All the pack ponies in the way. Go out of the way. There he is. And he's ready for you to take on your adventures if you want. Or if you wish, you can have him follow you. I believe he started out as a child, but I think the devs had him grow up. I'm pretty sure we used to be able to get him as a child to walk around. Here's your vet and my favourite friend. Isn't this place wonderful? Look at the fruit bushes, they smell so wonderful. You can ask him if you wanted to come with him. Let's enjoy the chit chat. How about we have an adventure? There he is. He has Calm Tranquility, Black Widow Stand. I think he's a monk or a bruiser, one of the two. I think he's a bruiser, but I'm not sure. Monk would make more sense. Maybe he's a monk. But there we go. It's free to hire. Better be free. But there we go, and his salary's there for 9 plat. Lovely, okie dokie. That is the entirety of Qho's questline. If you have been with me all the way through this video, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. If nothing else, take a look at the timestamps if you need to have a refresh on the adventure. But there we go, that is the Gathering Obsession. Didn't take too long, did it? Thank you very much. I will see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.